Hello everyone, and I'm Karen Lustrup for those of you new to me, and we are looking at the astrological forecast between the 7th and the 14th, alright? So first and foremost, let's talk about the new moon, which is taking place here Monday the 8th, Columbus Day, right? And this new moon is going to be in the sign of Libra. What is that going to do for all of us? Well, we always speak about the new moon, intentions, and so forth. It's the time we place that vision board up on the forefront of our mind, and here it's Venetianly inspired, right? Since it is Libra, which is ruled by Venus. So this is a great day for you guys who have maybe the day off, not working, but to spend a little extra time to look at that inner balance of what it is you truly want, need, and desire, right? And the more you can paint that picture perfect and put all of those goals up on the top shelf, don't limit yourself, okay? Think big. I think this is great. This is a wonderful time for you to really get in tune with those emotions that are running on the inside. We got Venus and Scorpio right now, right? Makes us all a little bit more passionate about those things that we believe in, the things that we want to grow, are not just our visions, but our relationships. But Venus also rules money, right? So this is a week where we're going to be fully inspired about balance in our lives, balance in our relationships, balance in our financial situation, growing whatever it is that we're aiming at, right? Don't forget about Jupiter now in this sign of Scorpio. Jupiter is accompanied by Venus. We have a lot of Venus energy, don't we? We got the new moon in Libra, which is Venus inspired. We got Venus in Scorpio. That's really pretty powerful right now because Jupiter is in this sign as well, and Jupiter is wanting you to grow what? It wants you to grow your desires. Venus is wanting you to grow your desires. Now, the moon in Libra is also all about you getting in touch with that energy and look at what is it that you can grow, right? Loving that, just absolutely loving that. Furthermore, what we do have is also just now looking at what it is we need to communicate. Okay, communication is going to be extremely important already here Sunday the 7th, and that's going to carry over the first half of the week where Mercury is in opposition to Uranus, meaning sometimes things can come out of the blue and it can hang a left, it can hang a right? We never know with that unpredictable energy coming from Uranus, right? We might wake up in the morning and have a certain dream, a certain plan for the day, and then suddenly here something's going to go a little bit to the opposite direction. We might find ourselves voicing things that we hadn't really contemplated because as anything with Uranus, it can come out of the blue, and when it's a little challenged, well, it might not just always be the best of things, right? But then again, I do see that you're going to be speaking your truth. Things that might have been bottled up for a while will now want to rebalance itself because Mercury is in the sign of Libra, right? So it's all about justice, fairness, and so forth. And so it's really a good time to cleanse, I think, these next couple of days. Venus, though, is in a beautiful alignment both to Neptune and the moon, at least here on Sunday the 7th. And so it could be harmonious, it could be a passionate day, it can be a very romantic day, right? So we want to make the most of it on the 7th. On the 8th here, Monday, well, there is going to be some choices coming up, and this is due to the square that we can see between Venus and Mars. That will just put things on the forefront of your mind that you want to navigate by, and choices sometimes come easy and sometimes they don't. And if you're feeling on any level that you're being held back or restricted, well, now that Venus is retrograde, probably won't be as generous time-wise to put up with things. It really wants to rebel against whatever is holding you back, right? So honor that. It's just your body talking to you, leading you, guiding you as far as how to break away from patterns that don't really behoove you, right? And we have a long transit here of Venus retrograde. It's allowing us to revisit the past situations, past relationships, people can come out of the woodwork at this time, where the universe is saying it's time to clear out whatever has been stuffed, not dealt with, right? Suppressed and whatnot. It's a time for forgiveness. This is when things are going to well up in our life karmically, but also interpersonally, so that we can have a chance to create new beginnings once Venus goes direct again, and that is not before next month there in November. But yeah, we do really want to be generous with truth and honesty, which I feel is going to be very much so at the forefront this week. And Saturn is in a great position. We talked about that last week, and it's still holding this position. So that kind of tells me that you're standing strong on your principles, on those things that are important to you, your traditional values and so forth. And not just the traditional. Uranus is wanting to bring a little bit of the untraditional into that old format, and this is good. You can make some adjustments now and kind of think, how much should I have of this and how much should I have of that? But the traditional is your security foundation. That's the Saturn in Capricorn there. But Uranus is kind of saying, well, don't be too afraid, to look towards the future, make those choices. Change can be good, but you want to make changes that feel secure. That's what that is all about. We do have a little bit of an intensity coming in as far as making those choices, I feel, especially if you're feeling challenged by anything. However, though, this is a week that in many ways is going to be a pretty good and awesome week, right? So I'm thinking here Tuesday, okay, there might be a confrontation, but that confrontation is actually coming out with a good outcome. Don't fear it. You really want to just stay true to yourself. Hold it as you're moving into Wednesday. What Wednesday is going to do is going to bring some objectivity to it. You will allow to see how the other partner can come to the forefront and voice his or her mind, right? As you're holding the pinpoint, or should I say focus, on the conflict itself. And that should allow you to work through and let go and release those things that need to be released. And once that is done, there's a sense of liberation and freedom, really bringing you to the second half of the week, right? From Wednesday onwards, you're going to feel that much more passionate about things. And the moon has also now moved out of the sign of Libra and into that of Scorpio. And of course, we got Venus, we got Jupiter there too. So the moon is in great company here the next couple of days. And it's going to be touching on your dreams, okay? It's going to come and nudge you and say, hey, how is those dreams coming along, right? Put some more oomph and faith into it. And I feel there could be a good trigger here on Thursday the 11th. Just to pay attention to those opportunities that might just be knocking on your door that can really come and tickle that dream. And whatever you're taking on Shape and Form on Thursday, Friday is really going to bring it to the forefront. This is when you're going to see that there's dynamic energy, and I feel agreements coming together. Those agreements will empower you, where you could really feel that this week has been good. Whatever negotiations or whatever communications that you've had, whatever you've been dealing with, should now start looking up to a new shape, all right, tangibly so, and where it can now be communicated without any kind of external energies that might want to challenge it, because why, it looks like agreements are good. So we have Saturday 13th, and what do we have here on this day? It just looks like it's pretty much a day where you could be busy doing things, not at work. Those of you working, well, you're going to be busy too, all right? But for those of you who have your day off, it's a time to have a little activity going on, just to get out and about, out of the house, do something where you can burn a little physical energy is a great day for doing it. And that brings us to next Sunday's forecast on the 14th. So just wrapping it up, this is now the beginning of our new month, right? Here on Monday the 8th. The new moon, beautifully positioned here in Libra. And take that love, take that harmony, take the balance, take the power of the choices. That's what Libra is all about, the scales. What is too much of this or too little of that, right? It's really about balancing, finding your midpoint of the things that you believe in, and then communicate them throughout the following next days. See where it lands you there towards the end of the week, all right? Then I see that you're ending off this Saturday of the 13th by looking at new goals, shooting for new horizons, as the moon now is in Sagittarius. And you know what? That's always a happy time. Why? Because the Sagittarian energy really loves to laugh, right? Laugh, joke, hang just a little bit free, and be with your friends. And like I said, if you could just go out and burn some physical energy, this is, a fire moon, right? So we're feeling spunky. We're feeling really up and up. So listen, guys, enjoy your week, and I'll see you next Sunday on the 14th for your next week's astrological forecast. All right? Have a good one, everyone. Bye now.